Evolution? It is a mystery. It's just that you choose to deny it. And the world is spherical. It's not flat, even if you say it is. The sun is 93 million miles away. Who knew? Who knew? Hello and welcome to the shed. So before we start, I'd like to pay a quick tribute to our late beloved Queen Elizabeth II, who sadly died on the 8th of September. Long live the King. So today we are back to do Genesis chapter 13. So what have we actually learned so far? So Book of Genesis off of the actual Bible. So we've got to the point the world is beginning to be repopulated after God got so pissed and drowned everyone like a sick dick. So let's continue to enjoy these stories together. However, before we get started, I could ask you to smash the like button. I would appreciate that. Leave a comment. If there's any bits which you don't think I quite understand, leave a comment. Tell me about it. Let me know what you think. Tell your taxi driver and subscribe. And for more videos from your favourite YouTuber, maybe. So let's get going and see what happens to both Abraham and his wife and Lots. No spoilers, but the story of Lots is going to be a bit sick. But that's coming in chapter 19, I believe. So Old Testament, Book of Genesis, chapter 13. Let's go. So Abraham went up from Egypt, he and his wife and all that he had, and Lot's with him, into Negev. Again, I have to say, it does help when a few clues as to where they actually talking about does help with the story. So let's look where Negev actually is. Negev, or Negev, also spelled Negev, Hebrew Hal Negev, Arabic Al Hagrak, also called the Southern Land, arid region in the southern part of Israel, and occupies half of Palestine, west of the Jordan River, and about 60% of the Israelite territory under the 1949 and 1969 boundaries. There you go. However, Abraham was very rich in livestock, in silver, and in gold. It's amazing how we treasure certain metals over others. Used to be that aluminium was quite a rare thing. Anyway, he joined on by stages from the Negev as far as Bethel, to the place where his tent had been at the beginning, between Bethel and Ai. This area is in modern times in the West Bank. I wonder if God gave him his wealth or he took it with him. Who knows? The Bible there never giving much in the way of context to its story, but you know, that's where people can cherry pick the good bits, isn't it? To a place where he had made an altar at the first, and there Abraham calls on the name of the Lord. Our religion, making an altar to their imaginary friend in the sky. Now Lot, who went with Abraham, also had flocks and herds and tents, because of course he did. Sure he did. As I say earlier, Lot's story, it's sick and tragic, but he's also a little bit sick, so that the land could not support both of them living together, for their possessions were so great that they could not live together. So they must have had many livestock if they can't all live together, because obviously they can only have so much grass to live on. And there was strife between the herders of Abraham's livestock and the herders of Lot's livestock. At that time, the Canaanites and the Perizzites lived in the land. So why did they move around together? Surely it would have made more sense to stay apart. Also, they both seem to have their own shepherds now. When did that happen? Who knows? Anyhow, the next bit is actually a good bit. Then Abraham said to Lot, "Let there be no strife between you and me, and between your herders and my herders, for we are kindred." Wait a minute. You can't surely going to just accept a split without bloodshed? in the Bible. Amazing. No bloodshed here. They're just going to separate. Is not the whole land before you? Separate yourself from me. If you take the left hand, then I will go to the right. Or if you take the right hand, then I shall go to the left. So, see, this is exactly how grown-ups should respect Abraham for realizing this and attempting to make good for both parties. Also giving Lot the actual choice of which side to take. So he didn't say, you go over there and I'll go over there. He let him decide so he could take the best parts of the land. Lot looked about him and saw that the plain of the Jordan was well watered, everywhere like the garden of the Lord, like the land of Egypt in the direction of Zoar. This was before the Lord had destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. There's a spoiler there of shit to come. It's not often though in the Bible that they actually give you spoilers, but there you go, there was one. So Lot chose for himself all the plain of the Jordan, and Lot journeyed eastwards. Thus they separated from each other. Well done. Some actual sensible writing off of the book of Genesis there. Lot went with his flock to Jordan. Also a pre-story spoiler. There's about here about how God will destroy Sodom and Gomorrah there. Please, though, Bible, no need for your spoilers. We know what's coming. The thing is a book which has been around so many years that you know bits of it. Abraham settled in the land of Canaan, while Lot settled among the cities of the plain and moved his tent as far as Sodom. If it's a city, why are you living in a tent? Historically, Sodom and Gomorrah are possibly located under the adjacent to the shallow waters south of Al-Lisan, a former peninsula in the central part of the Dead Sea in Israel that now fully separate the sea's northern and southern basins. So not only was it destroyed, God buried it under the sea. Now people of the Sodom were wicked, great sinners against the Lord. So the great Lord had no mercy. Let's kill them all. Great, both Slayer and Metallica albums named in one. And then boom! And we're back to the Bible. The Lord said to Abraham, after Lot had separated from him, raise your eyes now and look from a place where you are, northward and southward and eastward and westward. So basically look wherever you bloody want. For all the land that you see, I will give you and your offspring forever. Great, forever. Your people have been granted an area of land in which they can forever live and enjoy the area of the earth. That's good. If only God was real. I will make your offspring like the dust of the earth, so that you can count the dust of the earth. Your offspring can also be counted. Yeah, didn't make much sense that bit. Rise up, walk through the length and the breadth of the land, and I will give it to you. Great, thanks for that. So Abraham moved his tent, and he came and settled by the oak of Mamre, which are at the Hebron, and there he built an altar to the Lord. It seems to me that the Lord really likes some, but don't mess with him or he will fuck you up. You millennials, religion acts and churches kept the commoners in check, as they didn't want to suffer the wrath of God. Also the dust of the land line, we can count your people bit. What nonsense, utter nonsense. Anyway, so Lot has separated from Abraham, choosing to go to Jordan. I'm sure that nothing could possibly go wrong there. Spoiler, it does. It's coming in chapter 19. This has been chapter 13 now of the book of the Genesis. Thank you so much for watching. I have been your man in the shed, Andy P. Thank you so much for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. As always, see you, pals.